Hi, Facebook. I just figured I'd jump on here and say Happy New Year to you. Happy 2019. I did a video a couple of days ago that talked about what I was letting go of from 2018 and what I'm going to embrace this year in 2019. And I'm not feeling the best today. And I wanted to share a story. So during this Christmas break, we've pretty much recycled through this cold twice. I had it and didn't feel well for a couple weeks, and then my son got it, and the day we went to go I'm making some chicken noodle soup, actually. So I'm cutting carrots, and I got some onions because I hate store-bought soup. I think it's really gross, and it's filled with preservatives and added salt, which isn't good for your heart health. And I have a history of heart disease in my family. My dad died of a stroke at the age of 53. So for me, preventative medicine and feeding my body well is important to me. So I have a cold because I'm a mom, and I have chronic issues that allow me to be run down. So I try to feed my body well, and it's a lifestyle. I talked about it in my last video I did that I don't believe in dieting. So if that's your New Year's resolution, I hope I can inspire somebody today to let go of the diet and just choose healthy, whole, nutritious foods, and then allow yourself to have treats too, so you're not deprived. So before I went to medical school, I was a certified group fitness instructor and personal trainer with NASM, Eastman, AFA. So I did that before becoming a doctor, and I apply that to my own life. So anyway, I wanted to share a story that I had with my son. So we went to get pictures with Santa. We got all dressed up, and I had a total mom fail. And we got dressed up on Wednesday, but Santa wasn't coming until Thursday. But I was telling the kids about it all day and telling them that we were going to go see Santa, and got all ready, and my son just wasn't feeling it. I was like, come on, Jack, smile. I try to be encouraging, and he was just not feeling it while he was coming down with what I just went through again. And so I apologized to him because I'm like, I'm so sorry that I encouraged you to smile and be happy when you weren't feeling good, because like me with hidden disabilities, I look fine, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I feel fine. So I got a taste of my own medicine with my son, and I was like, I need to share that because I felt like such a jerk once I came down with that cold that he had, which is why he didn't want to smile. So that was a taste of my own medicine. But yeah, so fighting off this cold, watching my kids outside, playing with my husband right now. I'm cooking some chicken noodle soup, and I need to put these noodles in because my daughter asked for some noodles. And then I'm going to upload some photos that I haven't got to because I was really tired at the end of 2018. So that's what I'm up to today. And I bought the ingredients to make this chicken noodle soup a couple days ago, but I felt like such crap that I didn't start making the chicken noodle soup until today when I'm almost clearing it from my body. But I'd love to know what you guys are doing for New Year's, what you are expecting God to do in your life this year, what you are embracing into your life. I'm going to continue to focus on my family unit and pouring into my family unit. And I'm going to continue to focus on my faith and my self-care, my own rehabilitation, so that I can become a better person, mother, wife, and make the most out of this life. So I'd love to hear what you're up to this year and what you're letting go of. If you're letting go of negative habits like overspending. 2018 for me was a year of budgeting better and being more focused on financial well-being, which affects your life. And my family's went through financial hardship because of my accident, but we've had to learn how to manage a little. And we've also been in seasons where we've had a lot and we managed it to our best ability at that time in our life, but we've learned so much since then. And we look back and we're like, wow, we would have done this differently, or we would have done that differently, and we should have bought a house when we had that money at that time. But it's a journey, and it's a learning journey. And so yeah, that's one thing. Overspending. That seems to be, when I look back on my own journey. Oh, I need to set the timer. When I look back on my own journey, especially when I was in a place where I wasn't healed as I am today, I'm still working on that. But like, I look back into like 2008 when my dad passed away, and that was one of the toxic habits that I had that was a Band-Aid that I put on hurt. Going shopping felt good temporarily, and it gives you that high temporarily, but it doesn't fix the underlying issues. And so I had to work deep and understand why I was self-medicating with shopping. And it's the same with, this might not be a popular topic to talk about after New Year's Eve, but it's the same thing with like alcohol and self-medicating with alcohol. I don't judge people for drinking. I did in excess for many years. I gave up alcohol. It'll be 7 years come March of 2019, and I am grateful for my sober life. I don't miss it, and like I said, it was a big part of my life. But I also look at my life and my family history and addiction and alcoholism within my family lineage. And for me, it's just not a wise choice. It proved not to be a wise choice for my marriage too. So that was something that we removed. And having had a concussion, with having a traumatic brain injury, it's a neurotoxin. So it doesn't make any sense to slap that on an already problematic thing. So, yeah, maybe that's something that you would consider removing or minimizing in your life in 2019, so that you can have greater clarity. People talk about my skin, and I kind of have an unfair advantage because I have a genetic condition called Ehlers-Danlos hypermobility. So I'm 37, and people always tell me I look younger. Well, it's partly due to that collagen defect. And it causes issues. It's part of the reason why I deal with chronic pain and why it's hard for me to heal from my accident, getting hit by a semi-truck. But in addition to that, not drinking alcohol is something that helps keep my skin looking nice. So it's a personal choice, and it's considerations. And I think you really have to weigh what you want in life, and, is it worth it for you? It came to a point in my life and in my family where drinking alcohol wasn't worth it for me. So not about a resolution. It's about making lifestyle choices which you can live with. So where you don't feel deprived, and where you know your purpose for choosing that for your life. Maybe one of the toxic habits that you're giving up is working excessively. I worked from the time I was 16 years old. In undergrad, I worked 2 jobs at a period of time while I was going to undergrad. And I was always working hard. And through my accident, through trauma, through disability, I have had to come to terms with not working outside the home in this season of my life, which will play with your mind. And I've learned the importance of rest and self-care. And I think sometimes working excessively may be another one of those Band-Aids for not wanting to take a deeper look at your life and at the pain that you may be carrying that needs to be healed. Let's see, what other things would you want to get rid of? We've talked about nutrition and feeding yourself well, and we've talked about overspending, and we talked about overworking. Maybe letting go of self-doubt and guilt and shame, whether that's self-inflicted or somebody's pouring that onto you, that requires healthy boundaries. And that is something that I've been working on since 2016, and that's liberating. It's hard. Healing is hard. I started EMDR, a type of psychotherapy that works on stored memories this past year in 2018. And that's one of the things that I told the therapist that I'm working with is healing is hard. And I saw a poem by a poet who talks about allowing yourself to feel it, to go to that place that you don't want to go to feel that pain so you can actually work through it and get to the other side of it. So it's no longer has a hold of you. And that's really what I've been doing this past year in 2018 and moving into 2019. I want to cut the cord to anything that is attached to me that's holding me back from living a life with more freedom and less pain and more joy and more peace, because I come to the point in my journey where I understand that I deserve that, and so do you. So let's see. Yeah, I think those are some good suggestions of what you can let go of in this year. And again, I want to reiterate that it's important to look at it as a lifestyle and not to look at it as a resolution. And if you fall off, one thing I used to always tell my clients in personal training is to just get back at it. So it's human nature to start something, especially when you have a habit built up, and then to fall short. And that's like anything in life, just having enough internal motivation, or if you don't have enough internal motivation, hiring somebody that can help you to help motivate you along your journey to keep you going forward. Because even if you go 3 steps and take 1 back, and then go 2 steps and take 1 back, you're gradually getting further than you were when you started. So I hope these ideas in this little chat help while I'm sitting here and making this soup. I hope it. Well, that was actually a board exam in medical school about what helps reduce the length of a common cold. And no joke, the correct answer to the medical board exam was chicken noodle soup. And so if you're going to have chicken noodle soup, I recommend homemade chicken noodle soup. And it's not hard to make. You just cut up what I put in there. You might do something different. I just put celery, onions, carrots, garlic, salt and pepper and water, and then just season it to taste. And then I just put some deboned chicken thighs in there. So, and it's yummy, and it feeds my family. My son won't eat it, but the rest of us will. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful start to the new year. I hope you take good care of yourself this year. I hope you allow yourself to receive the love that you give out to others, and I hope you make yourself a priority this year and let go of everything that's holding you back or keeping you in a place that you don't want to be. And I hope you allow yourself to get uncomfortable and go through that resistance and go through those feelings in order for you to get to a greater level of freedom. So anyway, sending love to you. Thanks for those who listen. If you're listening at a later time, then let me know what you're letting go of and embracing in 2019 and how you're going to take care of yourself. So take care. Bye-bye.